AVC. It is Old Metal Rocker 65 here. I got a mail update finally here. But first off, I want to say if you're new to my channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell. You'll get brand new updates of all videos coming up. And hit the like button if you like my channel. And leave a comment. If you gotta leave a comment, do so, please. Anyway, yeah, it's been a while since I've done a mail release. I don't buy as much as I used to. I've really drastically cut down on buying. A lot of it has to do with vinyl being really high in price now. I think it's to the point of where, I mean, you always want to pay 36 to 40 bucks for an album. And a single album, in fact. I don't think I'm going to go and buy a lot of that. You know, occasionally, yes, but not a lot of it anymore. I'll buy deals, used stuff mostly, but support friends and their labels, you know, I do that. So, and so anyway, yeah, a small update here. It's a mix from new to old, you know, from the present to the back to the 70s and stuff. But I'm going to show you the CDs. I got this compilation from this Glory or Death Records, and which I will be showing an album just a little bit here from Glory or Death Records. And this has, you know, it's got a bunch of different artists on here. Formula 400, Moss Generator, Great Electric Quest. I do have some of their stuff. Call of the Wild, Fever Dog, Heavy Velvet, Ethereal Sea, Bump, Red Wizard, Space Wax, you know, not your usual bands that everybody knows, you know. Stoner, heavy metal, you know, pretty much this label here, but yeah, first one there. And then I picked up another copy of this band's CD, Frolic, a Bay Area band, and this is Fusion of Spirits. Some Bay Area thrasher coming out with a live album here, I believe, in March. This is their first album, so. But yeah, it's killer Bay Area thrash, a three-piece. And yeah, if you've never heard these guys, check them out. And then some stuff I got in the mail, a package from Scott. I showed it in a VCLT update, but I show this in a mail update since it was through the mail. Gato with 12 gauge blast from the past, Canadian band. I actually got quite a bit of this stuff now. Couple of their albums, couple of their CDs, so I'm getting up there now. But yeah, see what this came out in 1990. So, and then I do have the vinyl of this. I did not have the CD. Scott sent me this Sacred Reich Heal. First time it was on vinyl, so I did not have this. So looking forward to spinning this here shortly. And then some new Madrost, The Greatest Pieces of Wisdom. And this is killer. I currently have it in my truck spinning right now. It's got 11 tracks, and it's on Lost Wisdom Records. Thanks, Scott, for sending me this. Hopefully we will get a vinyl release of this. I really like this a lot. Yeah. One of my first 2025 releases, in fact. Normally I'd have probably 20 by now, but in the past. But I don't spend over exuberantly anymore, so anyway. Madrost. And I don't know if I showed this, and if I did, well, I'm going to show it again. And I don't know what the holdup is on the vinyl of this band's album through MDD Records, but I at least I have the CD Accuser Rebirthless, Killer Thrash. This came out in the latter parts of 2024. If you like German thrash, these guys, they're top notch. They're right up there with some of the best German thrash bands. Creator, Sodom, Exodus, or not Exodus, but Destruction. So yeah. And then this one really is from the 70s. And I went looking for this after hearing some tracks, and I loved what I heard. I went looking for the vinyl. The vinyl is really pricey, so I bought the CD, and this was even a little pricey, but I wanted to have it. And this is a band called Blackwater Park and their album Dirt Box. Kind of a funky looking cover. Typical 70s, I think. But progressive rock, heavy metal, or not heavy metal, but prog rock, hard rock. Highly sought after vinyls are of this. And Carcass John has the vinyl of this, which I'm still looking for, but yeah, good stuff. Now we're into the vinyl here. If I were to show you this cover, what you'd think of what year was this released. Some of you may know. I just got this yesterday. You know, just by looking at it, what would you think? 70s? Definitely you have that 70s vibe, and the music is definitely 70s, but these guys are, I think these guys are out of Baltimore. This came out in 2024, early part of 2024, Magic Potion. I mean, this is 70s written all over it. Definitely 70s. And this is on Riding Easy Records. They do a lot of these. Like I say, a new band. Another one that's really good, but they're more doom, is Early Moods. They're also on Riding Easy Records. They have just a killer lineup. Another one that is Southern Rock is a band called Mammoth. Check them out. But yeah, Magic Potion, first one here. And then I kind of picked up a better copy of this band's album and cover. Backstreet Crawler with Paul Kossoff on guitar after they broke from Free. Good album. Probably my second favorite guitarist of all time is Paul Kossoff. But yeah, good stuff. 70s hard rock. This came out in 80 or 75, I believe. Yep, 75 on the Atlantic label. So, good stuff. And then I picked up their, I think this was their second album. Oh, this is their second album. Backstreet Crawler, Second Street. This is a promo copy. Really decent shape. And this was the last record, I believe, Paul Kossoff appeared on and ever. I think he passed away and after this. And then members of this band went on and they formed Crawler. So, but kind of similar, but you can definitely hear the departure of Paul Kossoff. You know, drugs, alcohol basically killed him, like so many musicians, but definitely this came out in 76. This also was on Atlantic, but more of the Atco label, off-brand there, but good stuff. And then I finally got the new EP from Havoc and New Eyes. And hopefully we will have a full album here from these guys coming up. It has a couple cover tracks here. But I got this, but what pissed me off is this fucking seam split. You know, they're not careful half the time, you know, and it devalues the cover, in my opinion, a lot when you got that up there. But anyway, yeah, new Havoc, a huge Havoc fan. Seen him twice, interviewed him once, or actually interviewed him twice for radio shows I used to do. I did radio for like 10 years. But yeah, good Havoc. And then a good friend of mine sent me this, Scott Waters. I did have this on CD originally. I think this came out, what was it, 2024 or late 2023, I think that came out. I'm not positive. But finally came out on vinyl, and wow, this thing sounds amazing. All live material. But a double album set, blue vinyl. I don't mind the blue, but I think they should have kind of mixed it up with the two colors combined. I think would have made a much nicer looking vinyl, but blue is nice. But yeah, killer Iced Earth. I have everything you could ever want from Iced Earth. And this was not a massive grail for me, but it was a grail. I've wanted this album on vinyl ever since I picked up the cassette back in the 90s. And when I was getting sober, I picked this up at the local record stop where I was doing share house in treatment for alcohol abuse. And I picked this up originally on cassette, and I have it on CD, but I wanted it on vinyl, and finally it is released on vinyl and DAD, risking it all. This is my favorite DAD album by far, and this is put out by Warner Music actually, but it's the orange vinyl. I mean, this one, I think Help Yourself-ish, or not Help Yourself-ish, but I can't think of the other one right off the bat. No Prayer for the Pilgrim, something like that. But anyway, that one's actually very good too. But yeah, finally have a grail. And then I had showed you, starting off this Death or Glory comp. Well, this is the band or album I picked up. It's kind of has a psychedelic devil cover, but it's really cool. It's kind of a stoner heavy metal, if you kind of know what I mean here. But the band is called Bump, and the album The Pact. It's actually a really good album. I was very surprised. Death or Glory Records. I think it's just, yeah, it's. This one is purple vinyl, and it came with this. So I love when bands and record labels put them all in this. You can do, the black ones that with just the hole in their, protective sleeves. But yeah, high quality. But some Bump, some kind of a stoner heavy metal. And then they sent me these cool covers of other bands on the label, and one of them is a band called, I don't have the vinyl, he just sent the covers, a band called Snow Chills, which I will check out. I haven't yet. Released last year. This is a three-piece band too. I'm sure it's probably more in stoner, maybe doom. I think it's more stoner-esque given the name, I think. And then this is kind of a band, I think, called Blasting Rod, I think. Kind of a maybe this kind of looks like if you look through not a prism, but a deal to check blood and stuff. This kind of looks like that if it's all mixed up, but Yeah, cool cover here. But yeah, what did I say it was? Blasting Rod 3. Huh, interesting. And the last thing that he sent was this cool insert of a band. I don't know who it is. But it has lyrics on back, some in English, some in, I think, Spanish, it looks like, yeah. So it must be a Spanish band of some sorts, but anyway, yeah, it's pretty cool stuff he sent. Wish the vinyl was in it, but as it goes, it wasn't. So anyway, that's all I have, guys, for this update. Take care. Actually, I got one more to show you. Sorry, I just about forgot. I finally picked up the last groundhogs I needed for my collection that I wanted. And this is Thank Christ for the Bomb. I think this one came out, what was it? Originally in like 73, 74. But I did have an original, which was a gem import at the time. I bought it back in the 70s. And it was the glossy cover. This is a repress on the Karma record label, a very good label that's repressing a lot of these. And I specifically searched out for this. This is a Karma Records is very well known for their jackets. I mean, this is almost feels like a wallpaper type cover. I mean, it's that good. And then it's a little more glossier inside, but the back and the front, you know, that's what it has that feel of a wallpaper. But yeah, this is the, I wanted this particular pressing. If I ever come across an original, which most are really beat up, you know, maybe someday, hopefully. But yeah, last one here. So anyway, that is the last one I have. And got any comments, leave them below, and I'll see you next time. And take care, everybody, and keep it loud, keep it heavy, keep it better.